Making mistakes is human, but making mistakes that cost millions or even billions of dollars?
Oh my God.
Now that's a talent.
Hell no.
Let's look at 3 of the most expensive blunders in history because nothing hurts quite like burning money. 1. The $1 million typo. NASA's 𝐒𝐿𝐫𝐢 1962. In 1962, NASA was all set to launch Mariner 1, a spacecraft meant to explore Venus. It cost $18.5 million, which today would be over $170 million. So you'd think they'd be extra careful, right? Yeah, about that. A single programmer made a small typo, like a missing dash in the code. No big deal, right? Wrong. Without that tiny dash, the rocket had no idea what it was doing. It wobbled, spun out of control, and then NASA had to self-destruct the rocket before it crashed into a populated area. All because of one missing dash. That typo cost $170 million. Imagine explaining that to your boss. 2. The time a train company sold an entire country by mistake. Panama, 1859. In the 1800s, the Panama Railroad Company was making bank. They ran one of the most valuable railroads in the world. So when they wanted to sell some shares in 1859, they thought, hey, let's make some easy money. Only, they accidentally sold the entire company. And not just the company, their contract included all the land they owned, which was most of Panama. Basically, this train company accidentally sold Panama. The US government had to step in, buy it back, and make sure no one just walked off with an entire country again. 3. The bridge that started swaying like Jell-O. Tacoma Narrows, 1940. And finally, let's talk about a bridge that turned into a theme park ride. The Tacoma Narrows Bridge was supposed to be an engineering marvel, but there was one tiny problem. They made it so thin and flexible that, well, the wind turned it into a giant noodle. Seriously, just 40-mile-per-hour winds made it bounce up and down like a trampoline. People nicknamed it Galloping Gertie because it moved like a cowboy on a wild horse. Then, on November 7th, 1940, the wind got a little too excited, and the whole bridge collapsed. Luckily, no people were hurt, though one unlucky dog was left behind. But the bridge cost $6.4 million, which today would be around $130 million, and it lasted only 4 months. So what have we learned today? Check your typos, read your contracts, and for the love of everything, build bridges that don't dance.